What is going on, guys? I am LaserBolt and welcome to another DMZ video. Boy, are we excited, guys. Season 2 is almost just around the corner, guys. We're just a couple days, 13 days away, and we got some brand new information on what we can expect for Season 2 and the path for Season 2. So we got a brand new faction that you're definitely going to want to pay attention to because there's going to be an interesting way of the way you're going to be able to unlock this. In addition to that, guys, we have information about the brand new locations, how these locations are going to be working with each other, what's being scaled, what's not being scaled. So a lot of stuff to dive into today. So make sure you guys pay close attention to this video. So with that being said, guys, let's dive straight into it. I do want to give you guys a reminder to go, if you guys enjoy DMC content, don't forget to drop a like on this video because it does help us out quite a lot. But with that being said, let's jump straight into it. So just like Season 1, guys, we're going to have you completely covered over here streaming, helping you complete these missions. So if you guys do need help, make sure you guys check us out live on stream. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter so you guys know exactly when we go live because YouTube does a horrible job of sending out notifications. So with that being said, let's talk about Season 2. So Season 2, guys, is going to introduce a brand new location called the Ashika Islands. And we are also still keeping our two remaining locations called El Mazra and Building 21. Now, the beauty about this is that these are going to intertwine, and we're going to talk a little bit about how that's going to work. But first, let's talk about Ashika Island and a couple elements that you definitely want to know about. So the first things you want to know about is this part right here, where it says that within Ashika Island, when we infiltrate the island, it's going to be under heavy fog that could impact combat by providing coverage for both operators and occupied forces, the Shadow Company. This is something we haven't really dealt with weather dynamics. So it's going to be very interesting to see how effective and how foggy this area is, or what locations are extremely foggy that will impact that type of coverage for operators and also Shadow Company. So I'm really excited to see how that's going to be playing out. Now, they say there's a ton of new stuff to discover in the island. We're going to have a new weapon cases to chase. So it uses the word cases or weapons. So it's going to be interesting to see if it's more than one. That's going to be quite interesting and something I definitely want to go ahead and check out. There's going to be a new boss called the Bombmaker, which we are really excited for. Can't wait to see what that unlocks. If we extract the 7 weapon cases, and that's going to give us something exclusive. Of course, we will definitely be letting you guys know here on the channel on how to unlock everything. And if you need help with any of this, guys, we're streaming live every day, helping you guys out. So come by and check us out. Then it says the new locked and dangerous spaces to access and explore, and of course, much more. Now they go ahead and talk a little bit about Building 21, our area that everybody loves to play during the weekends. And they're just talking about exactly how we're going to be getting access to Building 21. So very similar to what we have access to now. You're able to get a Building 21 card from the Samsite crates, from the Chopper Boss crates, and also from the Legendary Orange crates. Now this is not a guaranteed right now, so we don't know it's going to be guaranteed when it goes live. But they are adding a brand new one, which is being able to purchase the card from the buy station, which is pretty cool, but I feel like it wasn't really needed. I mean, getting the card wasn't that difficult, so buying station option is very good for those of you who are having a hard time getting the card, even though I think they could have just left it the way it was because it was not difficult at all. So what exactly is happening to El Mazra, which is where we're at right now, right? So El Mazra is going to be getting an update, primarily the update that it's getting. It's two major things. It's getting the scale down of the enemy, so once again the AI, plus there's going to be a location that we have to go and investigate of an airplane crash within the caves complex. So it's going to be very interesting what this crash entails, and also there's going to be a fight between the White Lotus and Legion, which is going to be pretty good. All right, so let's talk about the fresh and the reset that's happening. So they said that they're going to be talking about why they're doing the refresh and why they're doing the reset. So just kind of give us a quick overview of what's going to happen. So contraband weapon inventory will be rolled back to the starting weapons. Key inventories will be emptied and faction mission progression will reset. This is exactly what they are, what that all entails. So last week they confirmed that if you did your insured weapon slot, you're going to be able to keep it. So if you got weapon slot 2 and weapon slot 3, that progression is going to remain and you are not going to lose that insured weapon slot. They also wanted to clarify that for the Season 1 progressions, so all Season 1 missions and boss enemy rewards, for example, previous acquired El Mazra weapon cases rewards, will not reset with the exception of contraband and keys. So this is kind of a little bit of beg because it contradicts itself. It says boss enemy rewards. One of the boss enemy rewards is the M13, So, but it is contraband. So, are we losing it or are we keeping it? That's a big question because it's contradicting here. I'm thinking we're losing it because it is a contraband weapon, but it doesn't make sense because theoretically it is a boss reward. So, we're gonna have to just wait and find out. But if you do have the entertainer, you might have to go and kill the chemist once again. So, why are they doing this? They said that the reason they're doing it is because they felt that the mission progression for season 1 was too difficult. So, they wanted to make it easier for season 2, that the challenges are more balanced in the sense. Now, the reason they're removing the keys, they said that the key stats will now be able to hold a specific mission item that you must gather from one exclusion zone to another. This is what I talked a little bit about earlier, how they're going to be intertwining. So you're going to have to go to building 121, get a key, use that key in Al Mazrah, go to Al Mazrah, get a key there, use that key in the island. So making the missions more intertwinable and a little bit longer. They said that to complete the reset, DMZ may be going offline for a few hours ahead of the launch of season 2. So that means we might not be able to play DMZ before the release of the game. So we don't know when it's going offline, at what time. So we do want to make sure you guys are aware of that. We'll probably be posting this information as soon as we find out. So make sure you guys pay attention to the Twitter account and also make sure you guys pay attention to the community or Discord. We're going to be letting you guys know. Now let's talk about the brand new faction that's making its way into the game. And it's really important that you guys pay close attention to this because some of you guys might not be able to unlock this. So there's a brand new faction called Crown, and they really don't mention too much about this faction, but they do mention on how to be able to take a part of it. So if you do not, once again, if you do not own Modern Warfare 2, you will not get access to the new faction mission. The faction mission is only available for people who own Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. So if you don't own it, you won't be getting the new faction missions and the rewards as well. So do keep in mind, I did want to make sure you guys kept that in your mind in case you don't own the game. So these are the recent shared changes that are coming to DMZ. So this is mostly talking about enemy tuning and what they're changing. So basically what they're changing, guys, is the spawn points of the enemies. They said that the enemies were too difficult currently right now. So instead of reducing the difficulty of the enemies, they're going to do 3 major things. Number 1, they're going to fix the spawn points. So whenever you spawn in a specific area when you load into the game, so your main spawn point, there's going to be less enemies at that point. They're also reducing the amount of enemies that are going to be located when you exfil at the boss locations and at the depth drops, allowing it easier to complete the missions, allowing it easier for you to exfil when it comes to the enemy spawning at that specific location. They did say, though, that they want to let you know that the enemies are still going to be a little bit difficult to deal with at certain locations, and that they're only going to reduce the range that the enemies have of shooting you. So no more getting one shot mapped with a shotgun across the map. Now that should get reduced, but we still have to wait and find out when the season 2 comes out. So mission difficulty tuning, this is where they talked about how they felt that the mission was too difficult to get all the way from tier 1 to tier 3 to unlock that second slot. They're going to reduce that, making it easier to unlock the second slot, but they still said don't worry that they're still going to be difficult as you progress from tier 3 all the way to tier 5. So do keep that in mind. Now, they did say they're going to be fixing a couple crashes that are still happening within DMZ. And what they're doing here, it says that crashes especially impact the DMZ if you lose your items and contraband weapons as a result. So addressing these crashes is priority for season 2, and they're committed to increase the stability. So hopefully, when you crash, you won't be losing your weapons this time around. Now, the future of the seasons, this is exactly what we can expect moving forward. Now, they do want to state that DMZ is still in beta. Yeah, right. And they do hope that as they continue moving forward, the game is going to be changing dramatically, and they don't expect to be doing full season resets like the way they're going to be doing here on previous seasons. So we do want to be paying close attention to that as well. But that they're going to be continually be implementing new stuff and bringing new stuff to DMZ. They said they're excited for us to jump into season 2 on February 15th. We're excited. I hope you guys are. Once again, if you guys need help with anything in DMZ and want to get ready for season 2, make sure you guys stop by our live stream. We stream every single day. Follow us on Discord. Follow us on Twitter. YouTube does a horrible job of sending notifications when we're live. So you want to know when we go live and need help, make sure you stop by the live streams. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.